question: is love even desirable nowadays? Is it as desirable as it used to be?
It is to me. And I mean, maybe that just is, which is crazy because I think my experiences could have either done one or two things, made me really, really bitter, or made me very hopeful. I know that's like so cliche to say, but I do feel like, all right, like if this didn't work, I know exactly what to look out for, or you know what I learned from it. I think every experience, because I am older, I do think maybe I'm getting closer to it in like a really minimal, deep down inside. At the end of the day, it is. It's now you're become more guarded, so you can miss out on those opportunities with people that can just be really good people, but we're so blinded by these exterior factors of like what can they add to my life versus like how can we build one together, you know, like. But it's hard.
It is hard. It's
I mean,
desirable.
you're the one who's been married. Is it desirable for you?
See, that's the thing. I mean, I've been divorced for several years now, but like and then I had a long-term relationship after that, and I do want a life partner. That's what I do want. I want what my parents have, and you know, I want that, and I think it's desirable for me to have that. But I think going back to the last question,
is that achievable?
Exactly, and
what they had isn't what they had in life now. Isn't what we had. Exactly, it's a
totally
different world. And so
I don't think I you know, and I know you're saying you're hopeful, but you know, I'm 10 years older than you, and I'm feeling a little unhopeful right now.
I know, and I think that's also, I mean, in the concept of, I mean, our first idea of like what love is and like a family and like that is our parents, you know? It is. I mean, it goes back to like just the way our brains are wired. And for me, I think my parents, I mean, they've been married for like 35 years, you know? And like to me, a big part of what love is how I see them. But I am now aware that just is going to be different now. You know, it's not the same concept, but it is. I think I'm going to say yes, it is. I just think it's individualized. What do you want? What is something you want? The good person? Or do you want that person that just adds more and then eventually you'll fall in love? Because that's what can happen.
Maybe. I think you just get attached at that point. I don't think it's love. I think it's just, I just think it's an attachment. Like, it's a dependency. It's something, you get used to it, you know?
Here's the thing. I mean, I can speak for myself saying that I do desire it. If I didn't desire it, I wouldn't be in a relationship. I've been in multiple relationships. So for me, like, that's something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be in love, get married, have a family. Like, it sounds kind of weird as a guy my age. No,
it's refreshing. It's hopeful.
Yeah, but
there you go. Yes.
But from a cultural standpoint, I don't think it's as desired as it used to be.
It's funny you say as a guy your age. Like back in the day, a guy your age was married with kids already.
Exactly. But that just goes to show you how far we've gotten away from desiring that sort of family structure.
Now the world is more so a me first.
It's individual.
It's like we want to see what we can do for ourselves before we even think about that.
But the problem is that, and I hate to get practical about it, but it was much easier back then to be an individual and make it in the world than it is now. Yeah. The way that the economic structure is, the way that the world is, you need people. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. 2 incomes better than one. Exactly. 2 people raising a family is better than one.
Like renting an apartment by yourself is tough.
You're struggling.
Yeah, but like if I had a woman who I'm with splitting that with me, now it's like chump change.
But even if it's not monetary, like even if it's like, okay, you go to work or she goes to work and you need to handle like house stuff or take care of the kids, whatever. Like the fact of the matter is we got people who are more so looking at marriage as a commitment issue as opposed to having kids. It's easier to have kids than it is to get married.
Oh, for sure.
People are more willing to have kids than get married.
Yes.
It's
you see
so crazy.
Bro, I see it on social media all the time.
Backwards is that?
Bro, I'm going to tell you. We need an Oreo. I know you're trying to make your appearance, but you can't be knocking over the mic, bro.
Okay, sorry. Okay? He's giving good endorsement.
It's like the thought of having the kids is like, oh yeah, that's fine. But getting married is like, oh my god.
But look, when I tell you, it breaks my heart, to be honest. It pisses me off. When I be on social media and I see time and time again, like even like celebrities.
Yeah.
You'll have pregnant women and no man to be found.
None.
No man to be, and it's like, let's congratulate so and so on her pregnancy and blah blah blah. Where the fuck is the dude at?
Bro, it's sad.
You know what I'm saying?
It's really
and I've seen,
sad.
and it's not just celebrities. I've seen this happen with with women that we
Yeah,
grow up
just
with.
people that we
I remember
know.
seeing the chick one time. She was in a relationship with this dude. Then she posted she's pregnant. I never saw that nigga again.
Well,
And see, that's
it
more
is
that's
really-
more
it
so
is
a
really
reflection
sad.
on him. That's more so a
No,
reflection on him.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's just sad.
Right.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
Like-
we've gotten so far away from values as far as what's really important, and I just don't see, especially with the way that media is right now, with the way music portrayal is, like that's all that's being fed. We don't have people talking about being in love and having a family and being married. That's not what's pushed.
Yeah.
So you got women who are thinking, oh, well, I can just do my own thing, go to school, date whoever I want, just freely, whatever. And then when I'm 30, yeah, I might decide to get married. But then they don't realize you can't pick who you want to marry. So you asked out. By the time you get to a certain age where you're ready to get married, you can't make a decision.
Nah.
Are you saying I'm asked out?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying you.
I'm like,
But I'm saying women who act like they have all the time in the world to decide when that is something that they desire. By the time they desire to want that, them dudes is already married. They didn't already married somebody else. They got a family. And they're taken.
But now I'm gonna go against you in the sense of like, this goes all into like just, I'm a big soul person. I genuinely believe we have like our own little path, right? And maybe that just happened because of like what I've experienced. But like you said, women don't have control of it. At the end of the day, I don't think men either, because then it ties in why aren't men committing? I mean, the big
Well, men
elephant
have
in the room.
control, but they just don't decide.
But it's all mental health too. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that isn't now. I think we are really aware of the fact, even back in the days, people got married, but people got married and should have never been married. Like mental health in the sense of people were either narcissists, people were like sociopaths. I mean, there's so much now that we are aware. So again, maybe we're not settling, or maybe women and men are now becoming like, well, I'm not a husband type. So let me just keep doing my thing. And I think it's so hard because, like you said, once you get older, you're like, well, whoever you did want to marry has already married someone else. Where I kind of just have this spinoff on, well, you know what? Whatever is for me will stay and will gravitate for me. Whatever is not will go, And I know that's not a big, easy thing to like, but I do. And it's really like hippie of me and very spiritual. And I think it's just, again, like, I feel like we all have a plan and we all have this like purpose in life. And I know that's very crazy to think, but it's just what I go based off of. Because again, we don't have control. I don't have control on the way I'm going to feel today versus the way I'm going to feel tomorrow or tonight. Like it's just, it changes. Men too. I think you guys can go.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that we have.
I feel like you got a lot of words for that.
A lot of words for it.
I feel like we have far more control than we want to think we do. I think that. Now, I'm not saying that there are instances and subjects in life where we don't have control. Or like, if I walk outside and someone just decides to shoot me, I can't control that, right?
Yeah.
But I can control, like, if I want to be in a serious relationship, I can control how I elevate my awareness of myself, realize, okay, what do I bring to the table? What do I need to work on as a partner, as a woman, as a man, whoever, whatever the case may be. And then also pursuing it, actively dating, actively being involved. So the thing is, yeah, whatever is for you, but you also have to participate.
1000%.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
the way you're thinking, again, has to do with your awareness. Like that goes in hand with like, how emotionally aware are you? I don't think men and women, we don't take the time to like actually like have compassion, like have empathy, like understand, like, oh, like, this is, I don't know how you think, but let me understand it. We don't want to take the time to do that. Why? Because there's more. You're like, oh, it's fine. Like, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Versus like, hey, like, this is a good person, and I want to understand you. I want to communicate with you. The way what you described is something that is very rare. Maybe because of what I've experienced, but I don't think typical like current today men. It doesn't matter. 20, 30, 40. You can name
50.
it. 50.
Yeah.
That understanding comes with education, comes with experience, comes from how you were raised. So again, it goes back into for me, I'm like, okay, like it just didn't work. I'm thankful. Thank you. I learned. and I'm just gonna still put myself out there, but also expectations kill joy. I'm not gonna expect, I still believe in love. I still believe it's achievable. I just don't know if people are willing to put the work.
What you think of?
I'm gonna be quick with it so we can transition. I think that is it achievable? Of course it's achievable. I've seen crazier things.
Desirable. Though.
Yeah, but is it desirable? It's desirable for a lot of people, including myself. However, it's the pickiness that comes with it that limits us. Like, when I'm real with myself, I've had moments where I'm like, if it weren't for the fact that I want kids and I want them to grow up in a 2-parent household, like I would have done if Pops didn't pass, like, that if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would want to get married anymore. Because it's just too tough. And I'm going to be real. It's a lot of beautiful women in the world. It is. It is.
I appreciate you keeping it real.
I'm going to be real. So, there's a lot of beautiful women in the world. And you're telling me that, like, let's just say I don't want kids. What's the point? What's the point of the commitment? Outside of
I guess
that double income in a living situation. But if my goal is to be rich anyways,
I mean, the thing is, who's gonna wipe your ass when you can't poop by yourself?
We're humans.
I'll die, bro. I'll die.
We are human beings. We're not meant to be alone. That sounds very crazy, but we aren't. We were not.
But you're not going to be because you could just find somebody real quick.
Boom.
But I'm single because I want to be.
No, but she has a point. The way that the dating structure is nowadays, it's not even natural. Like we're becoming something that we're not even meant to be.
It's just like.
We're now trying to find love in a situation that we can't, like, we're just shopping for humans. Like, we're now programmed. I'm gonna
tell you my idea of what dating apps should do if the goal is really to help people find actual love.
But that's Match.com, but you gotta pay for it, and I don't want to pay for it.
No, I'm not paying for none of that.
Okay,
but this is what I'm saying. This is what This is what they should do. I feel like there should be, like, say you match with somebody, right? Once you match with somebody and you talk for a specific amount of time, it'll ask you, basically it'll give you the option to talk to that person and only that person. Like, don't show me anybody else until I'm not interested in this person anymore.
Wow. It's because you have no control? Like self-control?
Yes.
But look, he needs to create his own dating platform.
He's gonna make his own, like, what is it? Little tunnel vision.
I'm telling you, he's been on it enough. He can create his own.
Look, I just think it would save a lot of people from themselves.
But see, that's where we're different. Because I could see guys.
The grass is always greener, though. That's
always.
the thing.
I'm just saying.
Just water your grass.
Look, I think every day. Look, every single day they update your most compatible.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's a lie.
And this is like based on cookies. Because they show me, everybody they show me is like people.
Not compatible with me.
No, usually I'm compatible with that person.
Oh, not
So
me.
I'm like.
I am actually.
So I'm like, well, here's another one. All right. Well, here's another one. Every day.
I pray.
Well, if I check it.
But look at your mindset you're already at.
Yeah, but like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I have gotten to a point.
It's like it.
I have gotten to a point where like I'm seeing somebody, and so I'll stop even checking the app.
Wow.
So all I'm saying is I see clearly it's possible that you can find somebody who makes you not care about other women or other men or whatever. And that's all fine and dandy. I'm just saying the way things are structured now, it doesn't make it any easier. Like, we have to try so hard. Back in the day, you see somebody, you have to struggle to even call them. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so every moment you get to spend with this person, every time you get to speak to this person, it's special.
Well, effort is interest. Like, you have to, the effort you put in, it's like, how interested are you? You know, like, it's just, and sadly, like you just said, I mean, you were able, I mean, you have interest. That's why you're putting more effort into it.
Yeah, I mean, the culture's just different.
And the thing is, we're not so young that we weren't alive back when this stuff was relevant. Like, when I was in high school, I was him. I was always in a relationship,
We all were.
you know, and then
Same.
things change. You get older, and now access is what it is, and now things change.
It's a pandemic too.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
like I said,
that puts more people on the dating apps. That makes it worse. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Plus, get exclusive and behind-the-scenes footage by subscribing on Patreon. We also appreciate all donations, so if you would like to support, please don't hesitate to hit that Cash App in the description below.